Ooh, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled "Lesson from a Non-Custodial Father." Amazon Kindle Create Space. The link will be in the description box below. The workouts that change your body type. Workouts that change your body. I don't know. Over the years, done a lot of different workouts. I was a smaller guy. I'm still relatively small. I'm like 165. Um, but I had to. I got bigger over the years from lifting and all that stuff. But I've learned because I've played so many sports: wrestling, football, baseball, track. Didn't really play basketball like that. It wasn't really my thing. Um, Boxed a little bit, um, and I've trained in a lot of different things outside of that. You know, so I'm just giving you some of the knowledge that I've learned over the years. So this is what we're gonna do. So some of you people want to know, maybe what's the best workout for you. Well, here's the thing. First, you got to know your body type. You know, uh, to be in shape is like a football team. Everybody's in shape, but everybody plays a different position or plays it in a different way. So your body type is determines how you can operate, or how you do operate. So once you know your body type, you know what things work best for. So when it comes to youthful appearance, usually the youngest looking people that I see who that participate in sports are usually boxers and sprinters because um, their workouts are high intensity for to some for short periods of time, but if you're doing it, that's a long short period of time. So when you look around, look at most boxers, most sprinters. Um, when they're active, even if they're not playing, if they're not participating anymore, they look young. They look relatively young for their age. Like some of them still look like they're in, high school, college, or fresh out of college, and they can be 30s and 40s, literally. You know. So if you're looking to, because it burn like those are two sports that burn a lot of calories. You sweat a lot because they're constant. They're constant. They're constant. Um, Usually the frames are a little bit different because a fighter's frame is usually wiry. A sprinter, mus- muscular, but maybe you have to have power. So a little bit between athletic build, muscular but wiry. But you know, the thing about boxers is you're in the gym, you're constant, you're sweating one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Sprinters, for the most part, usually the best time to sprint is actually at the hottest time of the day. So even when you're outside, you're sweating the toxins out of your body. You're cutting a lot of fat because of sprinting in itself. Uh, you might want to stretch though. Stretch for both because you know it it's a harder workout than most think. Like I would say, the hardest workouts that I've encountered would either be track, wrestling, boxing a little bit. I think I was probably in too much in too good of a shape when I started boxing, so I didn't really start from that point where a person is training from out of shape to in shape. But definitely the hardest workouts that I've had, definitely. Um, Most consistent things. Um, if you do a football workout, you know that's the most powerful you're probably gonna be, like totally. And that's probably the one of the best full body workouts to go with. You're probably gonna be the most agile of any person, ironically, um, because it's so many different changes of direction and so much quick twitch movement, but so much to read and react. You have to may go from a standstill to a semi standstill to a burst to here to there to fall or roll or get up to, you know, it takes a lot out of you. So to be able to work out in that sport is going to change your body into a well-oiled machine to be able to handle anything. You know, I've said this before. Like certain sports and positions are transfer from one sport to the other. You train like a linebacker. Linebackers and wrestlers pretty much similar. Even running backs to a degree, because you do a leverage. Um, Another thing that'll make you powerful is wrestling, and it'll increase your stamina. It'll change your body because you will get like lanky and wiry, but you won't necessarily be. You might be muscular, but you won't really get swole because that's two different type of strengths. Like football players, you probably get swole or as big as you can get for your size, as far as physicality is concerned. Wrestling, not so much because this is a different type of push and pull. Is more of a human weightlifting. So it changes your body to a different type of build. Like um, football player, you thinking Ray Lewis, who was a wrestler. You know, um, wrestler, fighter slash fighter. You might be wiry, like say Rampage Jackson or Kurt Angle or something. Not gonna, you might not have the biggest, broadest chest or the biggest shoulders, but because you're gonna need that extra push and pull. But it changes your body into that. You know, that's the body type. Like I should have said, you know, for the boxers, you might get a smaller frame, slimmer frame for your body type. Like notice most boxers have a slim build, you know, so you might wind up looking somewhere from like Zab Judah to Anthony Joshua, if somebody or Vladimir Klitschko. You're gonna be slim and trim for whatever size you are. Um, Same thing like with sprinters. Take a look at Justin Gatlin. You know, Donovan Bailey. Like, you know, even Carl Lewis looks relatively young for his age now. You know, sprinters. Just look at the you know, you got Maurice Green is smaller. Otto Bolden, I think Otto Bolden just got say because sometimes people just say screw it and just let themselves not necessarily go, but when you let yourself go from being a professional athlete to regular, it looks like you let yourself go, but you know that's different. Um, Baseball workouts are a bit different. It changes your body because it's like a stationary sport. So you might be great at reacting to things, but you're not necessarily going to be. Um, you don't necessarily have to be in the best of shape, you know, because that's all dependent. Like if you're an outfielder, you're probably going to have a slimmer trim. If you're an infielder, if you're on second, short, you might be a little bit more athletic, especially third, because and you have to be able to react fast. So you actually have to be on your game at third. You know, first, home, you have to be flexible. You know, very flexible. What is that? Left field, I think. Right field, left field. I forget which one right now. You know, I think left field. You know, you might not get as much action. You know, because people are if I'm right-handed, I'm hitting to yeah. Because if you right bow, you might pull left. You know, so you switch hitters, left-handed hitters might pull right, but so I think it's right field. But that's the issue. You know, but your ability to read and react is gonna be tip top. Your hand-eye coordination is gonna be tip top because you can break a sweat trying to hit a baseball because that shit ain't easy, especially when you're up to speed. That shit ain't easy. So, but once you're able to do that, your power is gonna be legs, a little bit of arm, read and react, pop, pop, and then to be able to put power on it, that's a whole nother thing. You can get in shape, but like I said, that you might not necessarily look young or look in shape because you can go anywhere from Bo Jackson build, who was a baseball player too, to David Ortiz, or what I'm saying, or John Kruk. Like it just depends on what you want to do personally, you know. But it changes your body. It does. You will be flexible. I can tell you that right now. And plus it's less wear and tear on your body, so you'll be in some type of shape, but not the best shape. You get what I'm saying? Um, People who do yoga, um, it stretches you. You know, not only stretches your muscles and adds to your flexibility, it makes your limbs longer. You might grow taller, just like basketball players. You know, if you're short, getting and you're trying to grow, get a little into yoga or get into basketball. It's always gonna elongate you because of the movements, the constant, you know, outward things. Um, Body control, and you also gonna elongate because of body control. Like that's a big thing in yoga because of balance, and in basketball, body control is a big thing because you know you have to play to your strengths. You're a big guy, you might have to jump into somebody to dunk on them. You got to control your body because they're gonna push you off when you're getting up. You know, your little guy, you got to be able to learn how to lean in and out and hesitate and get somebody bumping you while you still trying to balance getting the ball in the hoop. And it, just because it looks effortless doesn't mean it is effortless. So it changes your body, especially the constant jumping and the reaching. It will elongate you. If you're young and the growing or whatever. So um, I think that should be it. You know, I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, because I cover wrestling too. So that's how things change your body type. Peace.